Let's roll!
Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Simpsons Hit and Run the Gru mod Part 4. This is Level 2, Mission 2. We're going to be collecting fireworks for Kearney, because Kearney says that video games are becoming outdated. That's so late 90s. It's like the game is making fun of itself for being a video game that was made after the late 90s. Made in 2003, when ironically enough, video games were actually at their peak. And not, a dying trend. I don't think video games are a dying trend at all in 2003. At least I don't recall. I remember everyone I knew was into games back in 2003. That's the same year I got my very first ever GameCube, and then years after that I would get a copy of this game for GameCube. I mostly know the GameCube version of Simpsons Hit and Run. I put that very small GameCube disc into my system, and it took years before I finally got the game 100% complete to find it. I even tried doing like those speed race things where you have to beat the game in under a certain amount of time. I think the fastest amount of time I've ever completed, 100% completed Simpsons Hit and Run was like 10 hours or so, a little more intense. I did take note of that, so I do know how long it took, but I think I even posted on my Instagram page, which I seem to do that a lot when I complete a challenge like that. I'm probably going to be doing that same thing when I do that Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga challenge again, where I have to 100% complete the game in under 24 hours. Will I be successful? I'm not counting. I mean, I did it once before, but I'm not counting on me being successful this time around, let alone beating my record. But if I am successful at that, I will post that on my Instagram account if I am successful at that. I'm probably going to be using my new computer too. I must be getting a very new computer soon, a Dell desktop computer for running Hyper-V. Because desktops aren't really as popular much anymore, so it's the first time in like 2 decades that I finally got a new desktop computer. I mostly used laptops and tablets as my main computers for the last 20, well not really 20, for the last 12, yeah, for the last 12 years or so, mostly using laptops and tablets as my main computer. I once had a tablet that I used as my main computer. I was even using it to record commentaries on my earlier YouTube videos. It's not that great of a tablet anymore. I still have it, even though it doesn't really serve much of a purpose anymore. And laptops, most people nowadays use laptops or things, but desktops actually do have some advantages over laptops. Most people don't notice those because laptops have way more advantages over desktops a lot of the time too. Where you can still use them if the power goes out, assuming it has a battery in it. You can take it to places. You don't have to worry about connecting an external monitor or external keyboards to it. You can just take it anywhere and use it mostly everywhere. So surprisingly that laptops are a lot more popular than desktops, but I still kind of like desktops. They're still pretty good in their own way. I still have a Windows XP desktop that I used to film some of my videos. Well, I didn't film my videos. I would use it to play old games that don't work on modern versions of Windows. Like when I made my video of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, the demo of that game several years ago, during the Christmas season of 2018. Yeah, that long ago. It's so long I've been on YouTube for now. I realize my YouTube channel has been around for so long. It's come a long way. I keep making more videos to this very day. And I actually did try playing this mod on Windows XP, and it actually does work perfectly fine too, this Gru mod, and the mod launcher, Simpsons Hit and Run mod launcher. I actually got it to run on my old Windows XP machine, and I even got to use my PS1 controller on it too, which was a major plus. And I spent the whole afternoon just going for this game on my Windows XP computer, playing the Gru mod. It all seems out of place to see Simpsons Hit and Run crossover with Despicable Me, something that wouldn't exist for so many years after Despicable Me came out so many years after, like 7 years or so after this game came out. So it seems odd seeing the two things cross over. So it's like Simpsons Hit and Run is interacting with something we shouldn't be knowing about. But yet, thanks to modders, it can interact with pretty much anything. Even people at Mod Star Wars Battlefront 2 do that too, where they put stuff from Disney Star Wars into Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic one from 2005. This is another one of those forced vehicle levels. Again, we're going to be forced to be riding in Gru. I imagine the minion we're playing as, Gru, is probably driving, and the comic book guy are probably all riding inside of Gru's really large. I think it could probably fit like a whole busload of people in there, considering how big that tank thing is. I can imagine they could all fit inside. Probably living quarters in there. Right? It's like an RV almost, where you can set up your own living quarters in there and set up all your stuff and everything. Look, you took us to the Java server. I never got that joke as a kid, but I get it now. Java server, kind of like JavaScript, that program. Well, it's not like program language, it's a scripting language that's used for writing writing websites, and it's like being a server. It's being served to you, and it's also a coffee shop too, an internet coffee shop. That's a perfect name for an internet coffee shop. Of course, most coffee shops nowadays have internet already there, and everyone brings their phones there, whatever it is, and they go on the internet with them. So it's only, they're really good at fueling Wi-Fi junkies. Like they want us to become Wi-Fi junkies. We're terminally online and on the internet 24/7. I'm not on the internet 24/7, and I'm actually kind of proud of that, actually. I don't just, use the internet 24/7. That I spend the better my days practicing stuff. Like I'm still in cybersecurity school right now, where I've done virtual machine work, and I still like to do writing work as well too, and I still like to play this game, of course, and play these games still. But it's good to play games every now and then, especially Simpsons Hit and Run, a game I used to crave a lot back then. This game also gave me the idea to build stuff out of, like, I always wanted to, like, build, like, a whole garage filled with cars of Lego cars, and even more recently I tried building some Lego cars, like cars that couldn't really exist in real life. But there's this one Lego car I have. It looks like a spaceship more or less, but it has wheels on it, and it has a front part that sticks out very far. My mom hated that car. She said it wouldn't be street legal in real life. I don't think any Lego car would be street legal in real life, so what did she expect by that? I always wanted there to be Lego Simpsons when I was a kid. Like, a lot of people wanted Lego Star Wars to be a thing when they were kids before 1999. When I was a kid, I wanted Lego Simpsons to be a thing. I always wanted to have, like, Lego Simpsons sets and build stuff from Simpsons, but, Lego Simpsons came out a bit too late, long after I stopped actively collecting. I mean, I still like to actively collect Lego. It's just Lego nowadays is so freaking expensive. Everything's so freaking expensive nowadays. I'm just gonna be parking my car here, waiting for that pizza van to catch up. Yeah, it's never a mission. We're pretty much following a pizza van. Sound familiar, doesn't it? Only it's actually driving around the downtown, the elaborate streets of the downtown city. It's gonna be driving around things and possibly getting stuck on things and crashing into things. The driver gets lost. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I mean, the AI was programmed to just do donuts and, well, look, it just did a donut and crash into that train thing over there. Now it's just driving all around there too. It's like, man, was the AI intentionally programmed to be that dumb? AI in video games was pretty dumb. There was Star Wars Battlefront 2, one of the dumbest AIs I've ever seen in a game before, where they don't even know how to land their ships properly, which is why they lose all the time. And because of Star Wars Battlefront 2, the AI is just very weak and pathetic, and they lose all the time. That's one of the reasons why one guy I saw on YouTube recently, he actually prefers the original Star Wars Battlefront from 2004, because the other factions that came, the AI is actually smart in that game when you play in the harder difficulty settings. They could actually kill the main human players pretty easy. They actually try to win, which is quite surprising actually for a Star Wars Battlefront game. I know Battlefront Renegade Squadron was like that too. And the PSP, that game was pathetically easy. On the hard mode, it's still pretty dang easy, where it's like, don't even try to win. Sometimes I think Snake in this upcoming segment's also like that too. He doesn't even try to beat you, because he's racing a car that's we're gonna get, spoiler alert, we're gonna get that car later in the game, and it's available to us because it's unlocked through a bonus mission. And it's way faster than the Electrus. It's way faster and better than the Electrus in pretty much every single way possible, every way you could possibly think of. And yet we're about to race against him. I'm in the Electrus and he's in the Little Bandit, or the Bandit, whatever it's called. I wonder who's going to win. I wonder who has the better car. I think we're about to find out who actually has the better car. It's of course going to be him, because he's, a car that's way faster. Unless he's really that dumb and he's going to play easy with us and slow down. I think he's doing that. Yeah, look, he is doing that. He is purposely slowing down. Look, we're clearly faster, and I'm just flooring it right now, and I'm going way faster than him, and that car is a fast top speed. Unless maybe, maybe it's the acceleration rate too. I know some cars don't have as good acceleration. They have a slower top speed and a faster acceleration maybe, or a high top speed and a low acceleration. I know there are a lot of cars in the Gran Turismo games that were like that. Which is why a petty sedan could sometimes beat a race car in games like Gran Turismo 4. I remember a long time ago I played Gran Turismo 4 and I won. I used a lame car against a race car and won for that reason. A better top speed over acceleration. Of course, you can't really hit and run into walls or hit stuff, because then if you do that, then you'd have to reach your top speed again. That'd be very slow for a car that has bad acceleration. It's almost like in the original Wipeout, where when you hit walls, you suddenly stop, and then you can't really, you pretty much lose all of your momentum. But that was the original Wipeout. The original Wipeout was a very flawed game. I mean, it was good, but it was also very flawed too. What do you expect? It was one of the first 3D racing games of this type, so you didn't really expect an awful lot. And for a very early PlayStation game too. We're gonna go to the Krusty Burger again, where Cletus is gonna be there. And everybody supposedly has a satellite dish. I think a lot of people this day and age still have satellite dishes. I still see satellite dishes everywhere. I mean, the decline of TV is probably one of the reasons why a lot of people don't watch satellite TV much anymore, but I still see them around a lot. I'm sure these people that live out in the country probably still like to use them. I guess that's why Bart thought he'd go to them. And look, he has to collect roadkill meat. We're using Gru's car again, as you can see here, where Gru's probably driving and Cletus and the Minion are riding in it. And it's really huge thing. Look, the police are already after us. They already committed 40 felonies. Already only been driving for less than 10 seconds. Already committed more felonies than the average felony committer would commit in I don't know, like in a year or so, or however long it would take for them to commit so many frickin' felonies. This would be impossible if it weren't for debug mode, as I've said before. Look at that, that clearance is so low. If we didn't have debug mode on, we would have hit that. We would have ripped our car apart. It would be impossible for us to get through this level. Believe it or not, this car actually can get destroyed. It can get beat up. And then we're to a point where smoke will come off and it'll get destroyed. Just like any other car in this game. No car in this game is immortal or immune to getting destroyed. Unless you enable that cheat. You actually can enable cheats in the debug mode. And set one up so your car is going to be immortal so it can never break. It can like give it hell and it will never get destroyed. But now we have to get away from Apu, because apparently Apu is Cletus' rival in this game. They're both competing for roadkill. Because Apu likes to sell roadkill at the Quickie Mart. That's probably where that meat he sells. You know, where he sells like canned meat that expired in 1984 or sometime like that. And he's going to take it back to the Krusty Burger. We're going to find out that Krusty Burgers are indeed made from roadkill. Reminds me of a time some guy on Discord came to me and said that McDonald's hamburgers are made from grinded up children. And then after I started laughing, like there's no way that would really ever be the case. He's like, it's not funny, it's true. No, it's not true. Who told you this? He's like, oh, TikTok told me this. Oh, I get it. Someone on TikTok said that McDonald's hamburgers are made from grinded up children. So someone on TikTok said it, so clearly it must be true. Because no one would ever use TikTok to tell lies, right? Everything on TikTok is definitely true and accurate.
I really need a new car.
And some people just mindlessly believe everything they see on TikTok. See why some people wanted TikTok to become illegal? I'm glad I'm not addicted to that stuff and I never go on that stuff. So we're going back to the Springfield Stadium. We're going to see the Professor Frink again. I remember my mom used to tell me his name was really Professor Fink, and I'm like, no, he's not, he's Frank. And it's like, well, why is there an R in his name? I'm pretty sure, unless the R is silent or something, or maybe it's a name for our language, I'm pretty sure his name's Professor Frank. He says it all the time. That would be Franktastic if I had to say myself or something like that. People call him on the show a lot too, and I know I watch the show all the time. I've seen most episodes of The Simpsons. At least from the classic. I don't really watch the modern episodes that much. I occasionally see some modern episodes on every now and then. Where I was like channel surfing right before going to bed at like 11 p.m. And then I think I went to like some TV channel I could watch. I don't really get a lot of TV channels anymore. Antenna TV. Antenna TV really sucks these days. And then I found, like, they were showing, like, episodes of Simpsons from 2022. I know that was, like, 3 years ago now, but that's still pretty dang recent, considering the fact that Simpsons have been on the air since 1989. So, yeah, 2022 is still very recent for The Simpsons, and Simpsons doesn't even really have much of a continuity anymore. They pretty much every new modern episode now just explores some possible timeline that they could have had. The show doesn't really have, like, any real timeline anymore. Now in this mission, we're actually going to be playing Ape Escape. We're going to be collecting all these monkeys that escaped from Dr. Nick. And Bart was saying that, oh, I need, my car can't hold all these monkeys, so I'll have to go buy the Mr. Plow. We don't actually say Mr. Plow, but normally it would make us buy the Mr. Plow, but at this level, this game doesn't make us do that because this is the Crew mod, so instead we're just going to be doing this level with the Electress. Yeah, we could put all those monkeys into the Electress. If Spike, Jimmy, Kay, or Yumi from the Ape Escape games had an Electress, they'd probably have a much better chance of capturing Spectre. They'd all cover monkeys and they'd never escape, and there wouldn't be as many Ape Escape sequels. Well, actually, there aren't very many Ape Escape sequels in general. There's only like 3 games, that entire franchise, and that's it. It's still more games than what Simpsons Hit and Run ever got, considering the fact that Simpsons Hit and Run only ever had 1 game, and that was it. I'm almost gonna get caught by the police. What does it really matter to me? All you do, you just got charged 50 coins. I always assumed it meant 50 cents as a kid. Like, yeah, you're fine for speeding, it's 50 cents. The speed fines are 50 cents. More people go speeding all the time. They wouldn't care about having to pay a small fine, because 50 cents, even like 22 years ago, 50 cents was nothing. They're going and capturing these monkeys, I'm sorry, I don't speak monkey. And then I remember one time I was watching Borat with someone, and then there's a part where he runs out of gas, and he has to go to the gas station. He only has 17 cents, and he was like, "Ooh, 17 cents is worth a lot more back then." It's 2005. I don't think 17 cents was worth any more wasn't worth any more back then than it is today. It's only 17 cents, which is essentially nothing. You don't really get a lot of coins in this game for just running over stuff anyway. It's really hard to grind for coins in this game. If you're doing 100% of this game, that actually becomes quite problematic. The game forces you to play things over and over again so you could collect such small amounts of coins. Sounds like the game did that on purpose, so it will make the game go on a lot longer than it actually should have. Yeah, I hate when games do that. When games force you to play for certain prolonged amounts of time just so you could achieve some small goal of getting something 100% complete. I wonder if that was the case of LEGO Star Wars 3, where there's that one last droid that I never found in that game, simply because it just spawns at random times, and when you find it, you have to buy it, and it might just never showed up. LEGO Star Wars 3 is a very annoying game. I don't like that one as much. It's very primitive and not really good compared to the original LEGO Star Wars video games, Complete Saga, which were by all means way better games. It just wasn't that great. I don't think I'll be doing a Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars 3 anytime soon. It's just not that great. At least I don't think it's not bad. This just wasn't that great either. So we collected all the monkeys, and we stopped a monkey invasion from happening over Springfield. And we got our blender that we need for the Truckosaurus. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.